right, let's talk about going from a weave in the front-facing position to a weave in the side-facing position, often called a side weave. So I'll show you what that looks like, then we'll break it down. Okay. To do this move, you will want to be relatively comfortable with the concept of your weave. And we've dealt with that in a different video, so do check that out. When we talk about the weave, we talk a lot about the railroad tracks, right? I'm always talking about the railroad tracks as representing our planes and wanting to stay nice and clean in those planes as best we can. When we are working from the front weave position to the side weave position, what we're doing is changing where those railroad tracks are, even though the hoop is staying in the same place. It is very difficult to change the plane of a moving hoop. So rather than change the hoop, we're going to change the orientation of our body in relation to the hoop. So once you get comfortable with your weave, at some point, you are going to turn your feet a quarter of a turn away from the arm that has the hoop. I'll turn back. So you can see it is this arm that has my hoop. So I'm going to turn my body in this direction. I'm turning away from the arm that has the hoop. I'll show you again. Okay. Almost everything else stays the same. When I am in the front-facing position with the weave, my elbow is in relatively close to my side body to keep my weave nice and compact, to try and keep my planes as clean as possible. But it is somewhat in front of my body, especially as I go across my body to my other side. When I change my foot position to be in the side weave position, that elbow is much more in line with my side body. It doesn't really go to the front or the back. If you're having trouble finding your back plane in particular, oftentimes that's because your elbow is much too far forward. You're still holding it in a front-facing weave position. Another thing we can do is to start in the side weave position. So to do that, first I'll show you from the front and then I'll show you from the side. We're going to start with the hoop in our back plane. Same platter position we would use for starting in the front-facing position. And just like with our regular forward weave, the back of the hoop comes up first. The back of the hoop is going to come up and it's going to come down in my front plane. Back, front. We're making the exact same figure eights or infinity symbols or bottom circle, top circle of our eights as we were in our regular weave. We're just doing them now with the railroad tracks in our back and front planes. I'll show you that same start from the side. So we're starting with the hoop cleanly in our back plane. The back part of the hoop is going to go up first. It's going to come down in the front of our body. All right, try and remember to keep that elbow in line with your side body as best you can. And be patient with yourself as you find the strength and increase the flexibility in your hands, your wrists, and your forearms as you work with this move. As with everything, you want to try it on both sides. Be extra patient with yourself as you're trying that non-dominant side. You've got coordination issues. It's just we use that non-dominant side so much less for almost everything. And of course we have strength issues. That arm, that hand, that wrist are not going to be as strong, so finding those planes might take a little bit longer. But really good for you and good luck.